Hey brochacherinos, how's it going guys? Battlefist and welcome to another video. And in today's video I'm going to talk about gear optimization and how you can find the best gear out of all the different pieces of gear you have in your bags or in your bank, and whether it's smart to actually simulate all the gear and how you can do that, and what will be the best combination of gear that will perform the best on paper. And yeah, this is something that I've been searching for a while, guys, and I couldn't really find any guide about that. It is like reliable or something, but I found recently some really nice sources of information and I wanted to share them with you. You can also find them in a textual form in the description below, and links and stuff, and all the credits to the guys that have actually made this stuff as well. So if you want to follow up this stuff in a textual version, you're gonna find in the forums of Women TV, you're gonna find below a link. And if this helps you guys, feel free to like it later. You know, I would appreciate a lot. It helps me a lot and helps the channel as well a lot. Anyway, guys, just move on. First thing what you need to do is apparently install 4 things first. So you need to go to these links that you're gonna find, the forum links as well, forum link as I said, and you need to download all these 4 things. So first thing first, you need to download on GitHub, you need to download AutoSimC Python script that done, it is probably programmed like Scaml, and you need to download this as zip, okay? SimulationCraft is next, and also SimPermut you need to download, and Python you need to download as well. So all these links, as I said, you're gonna find in the description below in the link. So just download these 4 stuffs, and when you download them, I will recommend you another stuff that you should probably download. It's called Notepad++, because opening all these stuffs that we're gonna need to hard code later in Notepad will be a bit messier. So I would say just download Notepad++. I'm using SimulationCraft, but if you're not programmer, you don't really need that. Notepad++ will do the trick. Anyway, when you download this stuff, of course, you will need to install them. Now, when you're installing this stuff, remember the paths where you're installing them, or I will tell you how you can find them later, or if you can install them in the default location, don't change anything. Python installs usually in this location, so you just need to change your username. However, this is the version of Python, so you just need to change the username of your computer here. As you can see, my username is Umren, so you can just copy up to Python everything, you see. Copy, change your username here. If your username is pleb or something, just change it to that, and copy all this stuff. And then when you open that stuff here, like when you paste it on the top of the bar here in Explorer, it will give you the folder. So you just need to copy all this stuff and go into the notepad, open up a notepad and save the path here. Okay, you just save this path. Next up, you need to find where SimulationCraft is installed, and that will be most likely in C. SimulationCraft C. Find the latest version that you have installed here. I have this one, so just copy that stuff and paste it here. As you can see, I have done that already apparently, and paste it here. Now we're gonna have to do later some modifications to them, so just keep them in Notepad, open up Notepad and stuff, and keep them up there. So now what we need to do is, since you've already downloaded the zip for AutoSimC, this one basically, when you download it, you need to copy it and paste it into C directly, and then you need to unzip it. You need to find WinRAR, it's called the program, or WinZip, or 7Z I think. There is another program for, and then you just need to extract this stuff. I'll just use second folder here, yes tool. Second folder here, just so I can show you the example of this stuff. And then when you do that, but you need to install it, I mean, you need to unzip it into C directly, you know, not into intermediate folders or something like this, but directly like this. You see, when you open up the folder, all these files need to pop up, not another folder. Okay, so when you install that, I mean, when you unzip that stuff, we need to go into launch.bat. And you need to right click it and open with Notepad++, or Notepad if you prefer, but Notepad++ will do a lot bigger job there. I'm gonna use it SimulationCraft, and as you can see, Notepad++ or SimulationCraft, everything is lined up or something. In Notepad you will not see any of this, it will be just a gibberish. So yeah, the next stuff we need to do is we need to find we need to find where we saved out the Python path. As you can see, this is for me the Python path. So I'm gonna delete all this stuff up to here, delete, and paste the Python. And then after that, I'm gonna have this into the link in the description. This stuff you need to paste after Python pad, and that's all. So all that you need to see in this launch.bat, when you open up in Notepad, this is all it has to be inside. The Python pad and this stuff after that, and that's all. After that, you need to save it. Apparently, I saved it. Have I? Yeah, it's saved for me. Control S, it's the quick save. So after that, you save it. The next stuff we need to do is we need to go and find settings.py. Was it? Yeah, settings. Okay. So we also need to open this up in Notepad++ into the same folder. We just need to open this stuff up. Now, something really important here. You remember that I told you, remember the path of SimulationCraft, right? Now, this is the path of SimulationCraft. What you need to do after that is add another // I don't know if this is / or just slash, but it doesn't matter. Just add that stuff, and then add simc.exe, and add single quote at the beginning and single quote at the start. Okay, and then double all the slashes. This is something important for this stuff, so you need to double them, right? So this is how you can do this. Copy, and then we need to find this SimC path in this in the settings.py into the file, and you need to paste the path. Okay, so that's the path here, and I would suggest you here to change this to false as well. All right. Next stuff we need to do is you go down and check out all these settings, right? So you have default leg minimum and max. These are the settings that, you know, how the script works. How many legendaries you have? This is like, if you have one legendary only, of course you want to set this to 1, maximum to 3. So if you have 3 legendaries, it will include, it will try with 1 legendary, how it will perform. It will try with 2, it will try with 3. You know, it adds more combinations and permutation. It will increase the time of the simulation. But, you know, just keep this in mind. You can also set up, as I do usually, like 2 out of 2. So always checks out with 2. Or if you have the 3rd legendary that drops in the last boss of Antorus, then you change this to 3. This the same goes to the tier 19 or something. If you don't want to use tier 19, then just use 0 here. If you don't want to use tier 20 as well, you can use 0, 0 here. But you can also use, like, how many minimum should you use? Like 2 to 4, for example. For me, for my DK, it's tier 20 is 2 to 4, and then, you know, here is also 2 to 4, or 0 to 4 even. All right, or I can even set 0 to 4 as well. I don't want to use 6, like all 6 of set gear. I don't want to use them into the combinations. So these are the settings that you need to do on the start here. Down here you can mess out with the settings, but I really don't suggest you to do so. Now after you've changed those stuffs, like the path and everything else, you just have to save this stuff. Oh no, I have 2 of this stuff. Okay, so that's the syntax error. That's why the red line there. Right, so I have 2 of this stuff. Oops. There you go. Now it's fixed. Okay, so after this stuff has been done, when you install all these things, and what you need to do is install the add-on. You know, there is an add-on SimPermut that I told you to install. Well, now is the time to run the game. After you run the game, what you need to do is type /SimPermut into the chat. So it's basically /SimPermut, same as the name of the add-on here, /SimPermut. Now it will pop up all the gear here. It will tell you all the gear that you need to, that you can simulate, basically. I mean, that you can select. But if you want to include also the bank gear, what you need to do is find yourself a bank, or use Jeeves if you're an engineer. I would like to check my deposit, and then type SimPermut. And now it will include all the bank gear as well, which is too much for me, so I will just simulate whatever I have in my bags. Alright, so I'm gonna make a example. Alright, so this is the head. Alright, for head I want to use Jetwake Helm. For neck I want to use Chain of Scorched Bones. Let's just add one more, Pendant of Watchful Eye. Okay, let's just go. This I want to keep it, this I want to keep, this I want to keep. Legendary, that's the one that I want to use. I know that that's performed the best anyway. Hand guards, alright, hand guards are good. The belt is the legendary, it's good. Legs are the set, they're good. Feet are this or that. And then for rings, I wanna like, let's say, simulate couple rings. I wanna simulate this one. I wanna simulate what else? I just find some rings. Alright, I wanna simulate this one. I want to simulate that one and this one, and that should be all. That should be all. Yeah. Alright, so four or five rings. Tend to not select more than like 35 to 40 items here, because it will take like more than a day or something. You know, if you give it like 45 items or something, it will take a day or something, a week. You know, it has a lot of permutation, because what this stuff does, it's like it takes your whole gear and it replaces one piece. Okay, so it replaces the head, adds the new head. Try it out. It replaces another head. All right, now it changes the neck. It changes the neck. Now it tries with the other head and with the other neck. You know, it basically does a lot of combinations and permutations, and it has a lot of that stuff. So don't try to simulate like everything. Don't be like, okay, I'm gonna select all and wait for like a week or something, because first of all, it'll take a lot of your drive space as well. You're gonna try it out and you will see. Probably you're gonna try, because I did, so it didn't turn out that well. Anyway, those are things that you need to do, and after that you have an option here to, if you want to see how it will perform with like the claw enchant. Make sure, if you want to change the enchants and the gems and everything, you need to select this stuff. So enchant back, you can select like strength or something, or you can just say untouched, but just select strength if you're strength class. Enchant, if you're gonna replace all this stuff. Enchant ring, you can change, or you can make untouched or something, but just I don't know, I'm just gonna go with haste. And gem, I'm gonna go with haste as well. Alright, now tier 19 minimum. This is how many minimum pieces you want to simulate out of here. We've also changed this stuff in the settings, but you know, you can also change them up here. I think it overrides or something. These are the minimum pieces, how many minimum pieces you want to have from your tier pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna be running here with tier 20 minimum 2 pieces, and tier 90, like, I don't have any tier 19 anyway. So after you have done all the settings here, what you need to do is click on AutoSimC export, right? So all this stuff, you just need to copy, Control-C, you know, Control-A to select all, Control-A, and then Control-C, okay? And now, since you've copied out everything, what you need to do is go into the input and paste it and save this. Alright, so input.txt, just open this stuff up, Control-A, delete everything, and paste whatever you copied from the add-on, and then save it. Okay, now the next step is where the simulations are happening. What you need to do is launch.bed. You need to launch this stuff, and it will ask you, do you want to generate out the SimC again? You just need to type yes and enter, and then it will ask you static mode or dynamic mode. It's self-explanatory. I mean, it actually tells you what's here, but I would go with dynamic always. I don't know. I tried static. It wasn't working that good. So dynamic is what you wanna because it asks you later what you see dynamic, and it asks you later what error you wanna go with. You know, whether you wanna go with 5 and it tells you how much time it will take. You see, this takes one minute or something. It takes like 30 seconds. So what I'm gonna do is go with 5, and it will process all this. Number of work items 2, number of worker instances 7. It tells you number of permutations 84. So it would have to change 84 items for me. So that's something, it might take a while. It says 30 seconds, but until it generates all this stuff, it sometimes just blocks and takes a bit more. So let's see how much this stuff will take. Alright, so this is the part where it actually simulates the variations, you know. So when it starts like this, when it starts doing this stuff, it actually simulates the variations. I think it actually stops when you have the WoW in background. I don't know if it's superstition for me, but every time I close the WoW, this unblocks. Just close everything you have in the background when you're running the simulation. It will help a lot. Okay, so this is basically done, and now it will ask you for deleting the temporary folders, and what I would suggest is to click yes here and yes, because in this folder there will be like some, you know, temporary folders that you want to get rid of. Anyway, when you are done, when like this is done, when you know, confirm that stuff, the results can be found in the results folder. So you need to figure out which one is the last one that you have done. So as you can see, we've started the simulation at 5:32 and right now it's 5:44, so it took around 12 minutes to complete this, even it was saying it will take 30 seconds. You know, if you go for a lower error percentage, then it will have like have to use more iterations and more combinations in order to get to that error, and it will take a bit longer. So what I would suggest is to going for around like 0.5%. It's pretty normal, you know, 0.5% error it's okay. All right, so this is how the results will be shown to you. Now you can see how this what these names are called, or you can go by the number here. This is 64. Okay, so we need to find here the 64. All right, there you go. That's the 64. That's the highest DPS set that it does. As you can see, it's the highest DPS. Now we go to 64. We expand it, and you can close all these stuffs down. I'm just gonna talk about these stuffs later. But basically you can just go into the gear and see which gear it has been using. So Graveward and Cloak, that's something. Cradle of Anguish, Hunger of Pack, Gnautum Blue, Seal of Nazjatar Empire. So now you can open up the game. This is correct. What else? We have that. Everything else is correct. Dusk Watch, Guard Boots. Yep, that's done. We have of Nazjatar Empire. There you go. That's the ring that we want to use there. And we have Gnautum Ring. That's the one that I'm using. The trinkets are correct and cloak is correct. So everything is correct. So that's the gear that this simulation basically suggests me. Now if you want to check out what stat you want to go for, next it's haste for me. You see 36% haste because it's the highest scale. And then versatility, mastery, and crit and strength. You know, so strength, haste is even more important than strength at this point. So yeah. Anyway, that was pretty much all here. This is what I wanted to share with you guys. This is how I've recently started optimizing my gear for better performance, because I don't want to go into the dummy and just hit the dummy for like hour and a half to see whether this ring is better or that ring. It's never efficient. But you know, this is how I've been doing it for a while now, and I just wanted to share with you guys all this stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them either in the comments here or in the forums, and some of the people that are going through these stuffs as well might be able to answer you better than I am, but I will try and tend to answer anyone that I can answer, that I have the knowledge to answer. So anyway guys, thank you all for watching. Hopefully this stuff helped you. If it helped you, feel free to like it. It helps me a lot and it helps the channel as well a lot. And if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure to subscribe, click the bell button to get notified, and you know, join to the community tab on YouTube here on the channel. We have a lot of discussions about what's coming next, what video you want to see next, what I'm working on next and stuff like that. Anyway guys, thank you all for watching. But until the next time, stay cool guys, listen to your parents' big voice. I've been Umren, love you much, no homo, and see you in the next one. Umren.